everyone. So I'm creating this video because of all the first timers going to EDC Las Vegas. I was like that last year. I didn't know what to pack, and I believe I could have packed better. And I'm going to teach you everything that I learned from last year and what I wish I had and what I was thankful that I had last year. Because EDC Las Vegas, you're in the middle of the desert. The temperatures go from like roaring hot in the daytime, and then it goes super ice cold in in the nighttime. And if you prep wrong, it can be a bad time. I've seen like a lot of people wearing like emergency heated blankets, like the tinfoil blankets, last year. So I want to try and like help you prep for that, and all the other in betweens. And I hope you guys enjoy. If any type of veteran is watching this video, please give me a comment if I missed anything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get started. Alright, let's talk about documents and essentials. This is really important because you don't want to end up at the festival and realize that you forget your ID or your shuttle pass and any of your important documents. So first off, let's make sure that we have your government issued ID. This is required for 21 plus drinking in VIP areas, so definitely make sure you don't forget that. Of course, you want to make sure that you have your festival wristband. I always try and activate mine before arrival, just in case I run into any issues. I just want to make sure it's a smooth sailing as soon as I get to the festival where I can just let loose. Next is the shuttle pass. If you're not driving, definitely need to make sure that you have your shuttle pass. I would hate for you to like leave in your hotel room and then you arrive there and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to go back. Next is the one, I would definitely bring like one credit card or a debit card and a little bit of cash for tipping. Next, of course, if you're staying in a hotel, make sure you bring your hotel key card. And I always make it a habit of mine when I arrive at a festival, just in case the cellular service is really bad, I always like to screenshot my schedule offline. So let's talk about the bag situation. I have a lunchbox hydration pack that I use. It's a 2-liter capacity. This is the single most important item because of the free refill stations are everywhere, so this saves you a ton of money and keeps you going all night. It does have to be empty upon entry and have no more than 2 main compartments, so do keep that in mind as soon as you arrive to the festival. And then on top of my hydration pack, I have a LED panel, and it attaches my bag to make sure that I'm visible and I can stand out from the crowd. I like to express myself in like different gifts and stuff that I can attach to the LED panel, and it's really fun. It's really cool. It's gonna be my first time using it, so I'll definitely leave a review with the company. And then next, I'm going to be taking a water filter this year as well that I can just quickly attach to my hydration pack. Because of the last year water that I had, it wasn't so great. I did have like liquid IV to put in the water to make it a little bit more bearable. And then moving on to the footwear and foot care. Last year I had sneakers, but I didn't have cushion sneakers with like real arch support. So definitely, if you're going to bring in some shoes or any type of footwear, make sure that you break them in at least 2 weeks before the festival. Do not debut new items because of you being on the racetrack. It's a NASCAR racetrack. You're on hard asphalt the whole time, and sometimes when you're standing and dancing, bouncing up and down, like it could definitely it'll definitely wear on your body a lot more if you don't have the proper footwear. So this year I'm also investing in some insoles, so they're great for standing. And since I spent so much money on the EDC tickets, I think like a $10 investment for just insoles where I can be comfortable throughout the whole festival will be very beneficial. I also want to bring in like moleskin and blister pads just because you never know. I'm going with my girlfriend and my friends, so just in case like anyone gets a blister, I like to be prepared. You might be able to get that at like the first aid shop, but I don't want to just like wait around, and there may be a long line too. So, and then also I want to talk about like moisture wicking socks. I think that's going to be really beneficial this year too, because you are sweating and you never know what the temperature is, so it could be like really hot, and if your feet get wet, you could definitely, rub the skin off of your feet, and that's just a bad time. I'm also going to be bringing Body Glide for like, or like anti-chafe balm for my feet. Moving on to like clothing. So of course, it's EDC is a 3-night festival, so you definitely want to make sure that you have 3 complete outfits, 1 per night plus a backup shirt. It's really easy to get away with just wearing the same thing over again, but I definitely wouldn't recommend, because you're going to be there at least 8+ hours depending on who you're going to go see, and this is a great opportunity to express yourself in your own creative fashion. Everything should stretch and move. 4-way stretch is the standard. You're dancing 8+ hours straight. Moisture wicking base layers like athletic shorts or joggers is really beneficial for you, just to make sure that you're comfortable throughout the whole night. And then also make sure that you pack a light layer for each night. The shuttle ride back at 5:30 a.m. in shorts is super cold. I'm also going to be bringing a face scarf. My girlfriend got a pashmina. So face scarves, I like to use face scarves because I can drop a couple drops of essential oils, just because sometimes if you're in the crowd, the BO can be unbearable, just depending on which set you're going to. So I always like to be able to tough it out by, just putting a face scarf over my mouth, and then being able to breathe essential oils instead of people's BO. And then my girlfriend, she has a pashmina, so with her outfits, she can definitely, it's an extra warmth layer for her as well, because the pashminas are like a wider version of a scarf where you can just like throw it over you and it keeps the cold off of you, and they're really cute as well. Moving on to desert weather prep. This is a night festival. Temps hit triple digits in the afternoon and crashes into like the 50s by 3 a.m. So the cold is the enemy. You definitely want to lean more towards the cold. Don't be showing up in a winter jacket or anything. Just have like a windbreaker or something lightweight, because you're going to be carrying it 8+ hours during the festival anyway. And then in the daytime, since it's so hot, I'll be having like a portable fan. I can clip one to my bag or hold it between sets for instant relief. The portable fan, I'll have it linked in the bio. I really like it. It's going to be loud, but it's not so bad if you're standing in line. And I had those little handhelds, the manual Rave fans, and I love them. They provide so much wind, or air movement, but my wrists just start hurting after fanning myself or my girlfriend, and I definitely invested in a portable fan just to give my wrists a break. And then you also want to bring like some sunscreen. SPF 50 plus is ideal. Apply that before you enter, and then maybe pack a travel size for touch-ups. And since you're in the desert, lip balm with SPF is super beneficial. It's super dry out there sometimes, so I would pack like multiple chapsticks just in case. Moving on to hydration and nutrition, you want to make sure that you pack some electrolyte packets. Sometimes they give them away for free at the festival. I'll be packing liquid IV. I had like a white peach flavor last year. It wasn't the greatest, so I'm gonna be bringing my own liquid IV that's cherry. I think it's like ring pop cherry flavor. I'll attach a picture in the description down below. So you want to make sure that you refill to prevent yourself from like overhydrating from just plain water. I'll also be packing protein bars. I'll just have like 1 or 2 in my bag, because 3+ nights of dancing burns serious calories. Or I'll also try and make sure I eat something before I go to the festival, just to make sure that I hold out. I do want to advise you guys that EDC's rules is like don't bring no outside food or drinks. So do keep that in mind. Try and not make it like super expensive, just in case they do tell you to throw it away. At least you spend like $1 or $2 on a protein bar. This year I'm going to be bringing ginger chews to help with like being nauseous. I didn't bring that last year, but just in case like I eat anything bad. So with caffeine gum, I think caffeine gums are super beneficial. I didn't bring one last year. I was relying on the expensive energy drinks at the festival, so that could save me a few bucks if I just brought some caffeine gum or energy chews for the really late night sets, just to give me that second win. And then again, touch on you being in the desert, there's a lot of dry air, so having gum or mints is super beneficial with keeping your mouth from getting dry. Moving on to the hearing protection, so I recommend getting some high fidelity earplugs. They reduce volume evenly while preserving music clarity. I wear the Earpiece brand. Moving on to health and first aid, I recommend bringing like ibuprofen or Tylenol, especially for your feet, headaches, or soreness. They do say that you shouldn't bring like over-the-counter medication, so do keep that in mind. Maybe hide it in your bag somewhere, or maybe just stick in your pocket. Pepto-Bismol tablets, I don't know if they consider that as over-the-counter medication. Just in case you eat something bad and you deal with an upset stomach, I don't want you to like be sitting on the toilet because of your upset stomach. Moving on to like band-aids, I would definitely bring band-aids just because they're multi-use, just in case someone falls and scrapes themselves. There's like these little speed bumps throughout the venue, and we call them speed bumps, but they're actually like wire protectors, so that people with a heavy foot traffic, people can walk over them without wearing and tearing on those wires. And then also, because of the wires being like thick and black, the speed bumps have like yellow striping, so they literally look like speed bumps, but everyone trips over them so many times because you're just so fascinated with all the different venues and looking at the fireworks, and you're just not paying attention to the ground because they just come out of nowhere. So I just see a lot of people just tripping over them. So you may fall, and that's why it's beneficial for you to bring like band-aids. And then moving on to prescription meds, you want to make sure that you bring your prescription meds in original labeled containers. That's required by EDC. That you bring in hand sanitizer, because sometimes the bathrooms do not have soap or water. Also, wet wipes or body wipes. That's an absolute lifesaver. I'm definitely bringing some dude wipes this year, because I think last year when we went to a couple of the porta parties when we had like GA plus, I don't think there was any toilet paper. So some deodorant. You're sweating for 8+ hours, so definitely pack a travel size in your fanny pack. It'll definitely go a long way between everyone. Moving on to tech and power, so you want to make sure that you bring a portable charger. And let's talk about like festival culture and fun stuff. So last year I didn't bring any candy bracelets, so trading candy is the core to EDC culture, which is called PLUR. It's peace, love, unity, and respect is what it stands for. And so at EDC, they also had like a casino where you can like gamble your candy away. It's super fun. Last year, I also didn't bring a totem. I'm doing one this year because I'm going with a larger group of friends. So it'll keep myself visible. And then since I'm creating a totem, I definitely don't want to like bring one that's like obstructing the view, too much because of, you know, everyone's spending so much money, so I want perspective towards that. I think I might just get like a maybe like a 6-inch rubber ducky. I have a flagpole, and then I have some fairy lights, so I'll just zip tie all that together. I'll make a separate video on that. Super cheap, super cute, and gets the job done. And you could also do like glitter, face gems, body paint. If you're going to do body paint, definitely recommend to get the UV reactive if possible because of all the black lights. And that's going to do it for this one. If you got something out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It means a lot and helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a drop. I put out something new every single week. Real stories, real lessons, no fluff. I'll catch you in the next one. Keep getting better.